It may seem that nothing extraordinary happens to us during sleep. At most we turn over and sometimes see dreams. But in fact, in a dream, things can happen to us that are even hard to believe. In this video on Mogol TV, I will talk about 12 strange things that happen to us in a dream. By the way, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, then be sure to click on the red subscribe button and the bell, so you will always be aware of new interesting videos on our channel. Number 1, in your sleep you fall. Surely this has happened to you. You are sleeping, but at some point it seems to you that you are falling. As a result, you immediately wake up. Leave a like if this has happened to you too. Such a phenomenon cannot be fully explained even by scientists. According to studies, about 70% of people on the planet experience a similar effect in their sleep from time to time. Most likely, this happens at the beginning of sleep. The muscles begin to relax. Because of this, it begins to seem to us that we are losing control of our own body and falling. At this point, the brain may signal to wake up. Scientists are still trying to find an explanation for this, but there is a hypothesis that we received a similar ability from the predecessors of monkeys. They slept in the trees, and if they relaxed too much, they just fell down. For those who experience this regularly, doctors advise not to worry, at least until it causes insomnia. Number 2, sleep paralysis. It looks like this. A person wakes up and cannot move anything except his eyes. At the same time, he can experience hallucinations and see absolutely unimaginable things. On average, this happens to 1 in 20 people. As a rule, this happens when a person is in a deep phase of sleep. It is at this stage that we see dreams. In the deep phase of sleep, our body is paralyzed and the muscles cannot move. Therefore, people, waking up at this moment, cannot move their limbs. The brain is awake, but the body is not yet. Also, a person, already in a state of wakefulness, can observe images from his dream, which he perceives as hallucinations. Those who experience sleep paralysis experience this as not the most pleasant experience. At such moments, they experience intense fear, heaviness in the chest and see supernatural monsters. Number 3, during sleep, the body produces less urine. In fact, it's almost a superpower that everyone has. So that you can sleep peacefully, and not jump up to the toilet several times a night, the body produces a special hormone. This hormone causes the kidneys to produce less fluid, which reduces the amount of urine. But this trick only works when you're sleeping well. If you constantly sleep lightly, then the hormone is released in a smaller volume, and, most likely, you will have to get up to go to the toilet. Number 4, sleepwalking. This is not as rare as it might seem. The person walks and performs other activities while not being awake. Surely, among your friends there is someone who is experiencing similar problems. As a rule, this is a hereditary phenomenon, and children are more prone to walking in their sleep than adults. These things happen during the deep phase of sleep, and more often than not, a person performs repetitive actions, rather than doing something new each time. Someone just gets up and continues to sit on the bed without creating it. Someone opens the same closet every time, and so on. Number 5, talking in your sleep. Some of us like to chat while we are asleep. As a rule, those who talk in their sleep are completely unaware that they are doing it. Most often, their speech is an incomprehensible set of sounds, but sometimes you can understand the meaning of what was said. However, these words should not be taken seriously. Still, most often it is an unconscious stream of thoughts to which the speaker has absolutely nothing to do. Number 6, the body cools to a minimum. About 2 hours before waking up, body temperature drops to its lowest point during the day, and this is absolutely normal. During sleep, the body loses control over body temperature, so it begins to fall. That is why in order to sleep soundly, it is worth doing it in a cool room. On average, doctors advise keeping the temperature in the bedroom around 18 degrees Celsius. Number 7, in your dream you may have a dream. Just like in the movie, Inception. It must have happened to some of you. Most often, this effect occurs when the alarm clock rings. You wake up, get out of bed and notice how the chair begins to rise off the floor by itself or something else strange happens. At this moment, you wake up again and realize that all this time since the alarm went off, you actually slept. The phenomenon of sleep within a dream can occur in other scenarios. This is a rare occurrence. Not many people experience this regularly. But now you know that even the most fantastic things from movies can happen in real life. Number 8. Recurring dreams. This is a phenomenon that many people experience throughout their lives. You often have the same dream. Moreover, most often, in the plot of a dream, you can be naked in a public place or experience a similar feeling of inconvenience, but for a different reason. This is no coincidence. The fact is that recurring dreams are often an indicator of some life problems that you can't solve in any way. After these life situations are resolved, the recurring dreams go away. Number 9. Exploding head syndrome. Sounds very intimidating. In life, this happens either when you are just starting to fall asleep, or before the body decides to wake up. Some people hear a very loud sound. As a rule, it resembles an explosion or fireworks. Less commonly, the sound may be like a door slamming, someone screaming, or other loud noises. Even more rarely, the sound may be accompanied by a bright flash. At this point, people wake up feeling a strong sense of fear. Scientists don't fully understand what causes exploding head syndrome. Perhaps it has something to do with sleep disturbance. People who don't get much sleep or suffer from insomnia tend to experience this phenomenon more often. Number 10. Breathing stops. The muscles of the body relax during sleep. Sometimes this can happen with the muscles of the pharynx. In this case, the airways are blocked. The person cannot take in air and wakes up at the same moment. Some people experience this problem on a regular basis, and this can be the cause of permanent sleep disturbance. It becomes simply impossible to sleep well in such conditions. Most often, a similar problem can be observed by people with certain health problems. Heavy smokers, overweight people, and so on. So one of the solutions can be a healthy lifestyle. Number 11. Eating in your sleep. Sleepwalking, of course, is not found in every second person, but still, it is not so rare. However, some people are able to do truly amazing things while they are asleep. For example, eat. And I'm not talking about those moments when you didn't get much sleep, decided to have breakfast and can't fully understand whether you are still sleeping or not. At such moments, you are, after all, already awake. But some people have the ability to get out of bed in the middle of the night, go to the kitchen, open the refrigerator, take, for example, a piece of sausage, start eating it, and they do all this while they are in a state of sleep. This disorder can manifest itself in other actions, not only in food. The main point is that a person, without waking up, begins to perform rather complex actions, and the next morning he will not even remember what happened and will sincerely wonder where the sausage has gone. Scientists explain this phenomenon by the fact that at such moments the brain seems to be stuck between two states of sleep and wakefulness. Number 12. Some people can control their dreams. Most often, the process of dreams can be compared with a movie. That is, we are watching a story, but we are unable to influence the course of its actions. However, for some people, dreams turn from a movie into a video game. They gain the ability to control their actions. Moreover, this is manifested not only in some realistic actions, how to go left or right, but also, for example, in the ability to teleport from one place to another, or there is fire. Yes, lucid dream researchers have come across such cases, and scientists are inclined to think that lucid dreaming is not just a random ability of individuals, but also a skill that can be developed, for example, with the help of installations. Before you go to bed, you need to repeat several times that what is really happening to you is a dream. With repetition, it will become a habit and become something like turning off the light before going to bed. Thus, when you fall asleep, you will be aware that you are in the process of dreaming and you can take control of it. According to studies, about 20 to 30% of the world's population is able to control dreams in a completely natural way. To do this, they do not need to do anything. Everyone else should try the hack I suggested before and see what happens. Even if you don't succeed, don't get discouraged, you can always just play video games. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, click on the bell to always be aware of new videos, and leave your comments under this video.